What's up, YouTube people? It's your boy Patty McNinja, and earlier today we got the Xbox Game Showcase, and I want to talk about my favorite announcement during that showcase. So without further ado, let's rock. And if I'm being honest, there was a lot of great announcements to choose from. I am biased because even though I do think it's silly to be brand loyal to a console, great games are great games no matter what console they're on. But if I did have to pick, I'm an Xbox guy for sure. I've had an Xbox since I was in high school. Therefore, in my opinion, this showcase was by far the best one we've gotten in the last couple of months. Each of the other showcases were fine. They had some good stuff, but the Xbox one was the one that had the most games that I was interested in. It certainly also didn't hurt that I've been an early adopter of Game Pass, and this showcase really leaned heavy into the day one Game Pass games. And if you've listened to my podcast, The Nerd You're Looking For, you probably assume that my favorite announcement would be Star Wars Outlaws. And while I did love that announcement, I was pleasantly surprised that we got a brand new Star Wars game announcement, especially considering we just got Jedi Survivor. There was one game in particular going into this showcase that I was like, you absolutely have to give us another trailer. And that, of course, was the Fable Reboot. Ever since we got confirmation at this same Xbox Game Showcase back in 2020 that they were rebooting the Fable franchise, everyone, myself included, had been clamoring for more information about the reboot. But considering what we got in 2020 was the literal textbook definition of a teaser trailer, I knew it was probably more realistic to expect more information in 2022 or 2023. And since we didn't get anything during the Summer Game Fest, I knew that this was our last realistic opportunity to see anything about the Fable reboot. And Xbox must have known what the crowd wanted because they came out swinging, leading off with the Fable trailer. And of course, the trailer did not disappoint. As soon as I heard Moss's voice from the IT crowd, I was immediately hyped. I was a huge fan of that show, and I thought to myself, if this is the Fable trailer and he's in this game, I'm gonna shit my pants. And then of course he says heroes, and I was like, this has got to be the Fable trailer. And then this confirms it, because this is the same sword that we saw from the 2020 teaser trailer. And the thing that really made me fall in love with this trailer was its humor. One thing I absolutely adore about the original Fable franchise is that dry British humor. I grew up on Monty Python. I loved it was that same type of humor in the Fable games. I loved that eventually John Cleese from Monty Python ended up doing a voice in Fable 3, and I just loved the humor in this trailer. We got werewolves, we got the chicken kicker Easter egg. It just had everything that I loved about the original games in this like 2-minute trailer. But of course, they're kind of teasing this as you go along in the trailer. There is a pretty big reveal that we're getting here in a second, and that is, I assume that you play as this character and she is tiny. Your hero in this game is tiny. It reminded me a lot of the game It Takes Two from a few years ago. Of course, that was a co-op only game, and that had some co-op mechanics to it that made it interesting by itself. But I loved the environments in that game. You playing as this tiny, basically voodoo doll looking thing, and obviously it's a different type of aesthetic in this game, but I think it's going to play very similarly, and I'm very, very hyped for that. So I loved this trailer. It was fantastic. It was absolutely worth waiting for. And I'll be real honest with you, I couldn't help myself, but I did my best Ric Flair impression after I watched this trailer. The original Fable game popped my RPG cherry when it was released in 2004. Sure, I had played a few games in the genre, but it wasn't until Fable that I really get into them. And like I said earlier, the original Fable game was that perfect blend of RPG elements, action, and that dry British humor I had grown up on. And honestly, I played Fable before I played Knights of the Old Republic, so this was actually the first RPG that I played where my actions the way that I played the game actually shaped how the game played, and I got obsessed with it. I absolutely fell in love with this game. I love the series, and I'm super hyped for the reboot. The only thing I didn't like about this trailer, and I wasn't necessarily surprised that we didn't get a release date, but I wanted a release date. That was the only thing that brought me down with this trailer. But outside of that, I absolutely loved it. But as always, those are just my thoughts on the Fable trailer. I'd love to hear yours in the comments down below. Also, let me know, what was your favorite announcement? Maybe it was Fable, maybe it was Star Wars Outlaws, maybe it was something completely different. That's what's great about these announcements, is they announce a lot of different stuff. Some of it I care about, and that's what I talk about in these videos, but some of it I don't, because it's not a game or a franchise that I really play. So let me know yours in the comments down below. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, definitely smash that like button, as the kids say. Consider subscribing. If you do subscribe, ding that bell. That way you get notified every time I post a new video. I try to post weekly gaming related content, so if you like that stuff, definitely consider subscribing and dinging that bell. But until next video, take it easy. What's up, YouTube people? It's your boy Patty McNinja, and this is my boy Yoshi, aka Kitty Boy, and we were just talking, and we agree that since you made it this far in the video, you might as well subscribe. You wouldn't want to disappoint Kitty Boy, would you?